Homer. It is here in Spildagi, Manisa, that we lived and wrote a total of 5 epics. The Iliad and Odyssey have survived to the present day. The other 3 epics are still lost. We wrote these 2 epics to convey to us the language of the subconscious, the knowledge of Solomon. These 2 epics are 2 great riddle books, 2 great meditation books, 2 great geology, geography, cartography books. These 2 epics, 2 great books of healing, these 2 epics, 2 great books of medicine, the universe. The book of how it is formed, the book of the language of the subconscious. For this to be understood, 2,800 years had to pass. He would close his eyes and sing epics. In order to focus better, in order to receive more easily the information that the muses gave him, this is called channeling. But those who did not know this saw Homer with his eyes closed and called him the blind bard. Whereas for 2,800 years, those who could not decipher his epics, they themselves are blind. The Iliad epic is 16 lines. The Greek army came to Troy with 50 soldiers. 9 years of the destruction of Troy, and in the 10th year the Greek army returns. When you look at the Aegean Sea from the sky, it looks like a vagina. The Sea of Marmara looks like a womb. The Dardanelles is like the mouth of the womb. And these are connected to each other. And the Greek army comes to Sanakal. Fight in the Bosphorus. Take fighting as making love. Take the Trojan castle as a woman's egg. Take the Trojan horse as sperm. The war here lasts 9 years. It ends in the 10th year. A male child remains in the mother's womb for 9 months and 10 days. Dear friends, those who deeply understand the Iliad epic realize that they have knowledge of obstetrics and gynecology. At the end of the war, Troy falls to the ground. A mother's swollen belly and enlarged uterus after giving birth to her baby at the end of the 9th month. After the baby is born, it's destroyed. With the destruction of Troy, our pregnant mother's belly, back to the way it was, dear friends. It's called Marmara. It gives birth to people. It gives birth to states. States are also born here, dear friends. States are born in 9 years. People are born in 9 months. The Greek army gathers under the command of Agamemnon. It comes to Troy. The war ends. Agamemnon is killed before he reaches home. This is how it was in the epic 2,800 years ago. In 1914, the First World War begins. In 1915, the Gallipoli front opens. The British, the French, with a combined fleet, they bombarded the shores of Dardanelles on March 18, 100 years ago. But on their way back, Turkish artillery sinks the Agamemnon, the same fate that befell the Agamemnon 2,800 years ago. And the fate of Agamemnon 100 years ago. In the Iliad, at the end of the war, Neus the Moon is born, founding the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is founded. 1915, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The Republic of Turkey was founded 9 years after the Battle of Gallipoli. States are established in the Marmara Sea in 9 years. Ideas and philosophical approaches are born in the Sea of Marmara in 9 years. Babies are born in the Sea of Marmara in 9 months. The Sea of Marmara is home to all ideas, states, and all kinds of living things. Is the womb. Aegean Sea is a way for all states, ideas, and every living being to be born. It is the sexual organ, the female sexual organ. Mother Hail is the geography that gives birth to all ideas, states, and living beings. That is why it is called Anna. And not just one, it's full of mothers. The Greek army gathered on the island of Crete because it takes time for the Greek kings to come together. The Greek army of 50,000 men gathered in Crete reaches Sanakale. Crete Island is a super production center. That is why the Greek army moved from Crete Island and came to Sanakkale. A bull roams over the island of Crete. It is a bull belonging to King Minos, given as a gift by Poseidon, Crete Island father. That bull roaming over Crete Island is the power of manhood. Underneath the island of Crete is a labyrinth. This labyrinth is the testicles. Inside this labyrinth is a monster, half man, half bull. The Minotaur, the offspring of the bull above, lives here. The Minotaur that lives inside the labyrinth is the source of the power to produce sperm, and that bull comes out of the labyrinth every 72 days. On the shores of the island of Crete, facing the Aegean Sea, it stomps its feet in the water, and out come horses. Dolphins come out. Warships come out of it. They correspond to sperm. The myth of the Minoan bull is Homer's lost part of the saga. This war starts with an apple on Mount Olympus in Greece. While the 12 gods and deities live their lives in peace and joy, Eris, the goddess of jealousy, places a golden apple in the center. She says, "Whichever of you is the fairest shall have it at the table." Hera, Athena, Aphrodite, mother, 2 daughters. They go head to head in a struggle. I'm beautiful, I'm entitled to the apple. And they ask Zeus to arbitrate, and Zeus dismisses them. He sends them to Sanakkale, to Troy, to the Mount Ida, there Troy, of the king. His son was given to a shepherd to be killed as a baby. The shepherd took him. He raised him in the mountains as a shepherd like himself. His name is Paris. His common name is Alexandros. This prince Paris never realized he was a prince. From the day he was born, he was given to the shepherd to be killed. The shepherd took pity on him. He didn't kill him, he raised him as his own son. The cauldrons come to Mount Ida. They say, "Paris, tell me which of us is more beautiful? Which of us deserves this golden apple?" And Hera says, "Choose me and I will give you the kingdom of Anatolia in Asia." Aphrodite says, "Choose me and I will give you the most beautiful love in the world." Athena says, "Choose me and I will give you wisdom and invincibility in battle." Paris doesn't think at all. He says exactly what Yunus Emre said. He says to Hera, "Who is the owner of the property and who is the first owner of this? The property is a lie. The property is a lie. I don't want the kingdom of Anatolia in Asia." You have some of that lie. Athena says, "I'm not here for a lawsuit. My job is for love." And Aphrodite says, "My work is for love. I am in this world for love." He gives the golden apple to Aphrodite. A war of love begins. Aphrodite is the daughter. He makes up with Helena, the queen of Sparta. Paris falls in love with Helena. He's married, she's queen. But he kidnaps her and brings her to his country. Menelaus, Helena's husband, of course, cannot digest this situation. And Abi says to Agamemnon, "Let's save my wife." All the Greeks come together. They gather in Crete. They come to Anatolia. And this is a war of love. Dear friends, the acts of lovemaking and the sounds made during lovemaking are no different from war. And dear friends, we human beings, we think differently. Kings think differently. When they make love to their wives, they imagine they are at war with countries. Homer, what a big dream he put Agamemnon in. Agamemnon is at home at night making love to his wife. Agamemnon imagines it like this. "I've now entered the Aegean Sea," he says. I wouldn't say the Aegean Sea per se. "And then I came to Sanakkale, I came to Troy, I sent my cypermem there. But he didn't accept my trench. My shield, dear friends, is a wooden horse, the Trojan horse. The one that did not accept my trench was the woman's egg, Zanakaile. The castle itself is the castle of Ilion. The woman's egg uses liquids to repel 300 million trenches coming at it. Agamemnon calls this liquid the Cassandra liquid. Cassandra. She's the princess of Troy. And she says to her father, "Father, don't let this wooden horse into the castle." But the Greeks say it's a gift from God. Turning down gifts is wrong. Please take this inside the castle. Yes, the trench is a gift from God because it will lead to the formation of babies. And finally, the gate of the Trojan fortress opens. 36 hours after entering, the Trojan horse. It's activated. 51 warriors hidden inside come out at night. Dear friends, a woman. After 36 hours, the first stage of pregnancy begins.